الخير حيا لا يزال، إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال. أخبر الأيام أنها في وصال، قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال، قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال. كن كما غيث على الأفياء ماطر، صوته يروي قلوبا وخواطر، نفعه عم البوادي والحواضر. قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال، قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال. لا يزال الخير حيا لا يزال، إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال. أخبر الأيام أنها في وصال، قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال، قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال. املأ الأرواح حبا أبيضا، وانسى آلاما قضت فيما مضى. هذه الأيام تحلو بالرضا، قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال، قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال. لا يزال الخير حيا لا يزال، إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال. أخبر الأيام أنها في وصال، قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال، قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال. كن كما غيث على الأفياء ماطر، صوته يروي قلوبا وخواطر، نفعه عم البوادي والحواضر. قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال، قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال. لا يزال الخير حيا لا يزال، إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال. أخبر الأيام أنها في وصال، قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال، قم بنا وانظر
have to go physically to school, it's like I could rather sleep in or do my work. And of course, I'm gonna pick sleep in. So that's why.
It's like a real challenge to like keep yourself on track. You kind of have to like create a schedule for yourself to like really stay on track, kind of just like school, but like at home. Because, it's kind of hard being a teenager and like, deciding whether you could just sleep in or actually do schoolwork or like sometimes just push it back. So, it's kind of hard because, when you go to school, it's like you go to school, you have a whole thing planned out, school, everything's always like laid out, planned out, go to first class and class lunch, blah, blah, go home and do your homework. Like that's the schedule for like the school year. But now it's a whole different thing because it's just you at home 24/7. So you kind of have to create your own schedule, know what time you're going to get up, do this, do that, blah, blah, blah.
Just to add on to that, I think the biggest lesson I've kind of learned in terms of how the coronavirus has affected my daily routine is in order to make the most out of the time, you have to have really good time management. And for me personally, it's an opportunity for me to learn how to manage my time because I'm going to be a college student soon, and a lot of time a lot of college is learning how to be able to manage your time, because you're going to have full weeks where you are in charge of your own schedule and you have to create your own schedule. So you gotta have to get used to not having a structure created for you, and you have to create your own structure. So
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, and like if you don't find time for yourself, then and that's probably like one of the hardest parts for me because I just delay work and then I do it all at the end. But at the same time, you have to just find that time, do all your assignments on time.
Yeah.
For me, it's like everything, how my teachers do is like everything's due on Friday. So it's like I procrastinate so much. I'm like, okay, I'll do it on Wednesday. But then it comes to Friday, I still haven't done it. And I'm just looking like, am I really going to do this, man?
Yeah, like this whole online school thing is not it for me. Because, I'm used to like going to school, getting my work done. And now I kind of get to decide when I get to do stuff, which is not the best for me because I like when I'm being forced to do something, like I get a little bit pressure to do it because I feel like I have to do it, it's compulsory. But like now that it's at home, it's like optional work. That's what it feels like. Just feels like a really long weekend. And like, I go to Monday, like it's Monday and I rush into my work. Like that's what it feels like. And plus, like with all my classes, it's not the best time for me to be like this because I have to really be on track, which is kind of hard.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I really said that this trimester I would be on my A game.
Yeah.
And outbreak just happened. So, okay. So,
yeah, I mean, I think.
Speak.
Oh, I just wanted to add one more thought. I think another thing that's really, really important to be able to master your time, I guess that's a good word for it, during this quarantine is being able to have a balance between staying productive and staying on top of your work, but also taking time out of the day for yourself. Self-care is really, really important. And I think when you it's very easy to get stressed out very quickly, and we are living in a literal crisis, so it's very easy to slip into a negative state of mind. But if you can find a good balance between staying on top of your schoolwork but also taking time in the day to do something fun and do something that you really enjoy doing, then it kind of helps you in your schoolwork because it gives you the motivation and the energy to continue to be productive. So
Yeah. A good thing for like motivation is like working out. Because working out, it's like, it helps you a lot because you feel motivated and like you feel like you're actually doing something and you feel better about yourself. And like that'll kind of help you stay on track with the rest of things. Because if you already get that type of motivation from working out, it would like help you with schoolwork and any other things you want to do.
Right. Back to when she said like we're living in a crisis. I don't know, but I find it interesting that we're living in a crisis because like we're gonna look, or the future generation is gonna like learn about this, and we get to say we survived this.
So it's like how we learned about the flu back then. Like we never thought something like that would happen again.
Right.
Like this is like something. This is something to like pray to God that you're like still alive today.
Yeah.
I'm really happy and thankful that none of my family members have it, and like we're not really affected by it because my mom still goes to work, alhamdulillah, and like she's still getting her coins. And yeah, the only like thing that kind of affected is that my dad is not here today because he was supposed to get here like a month ago, which is kind of sad, but it's okay because I know he's safe where he is, and it's not as bad as it is for other people. So alhamdulillah.
So Aisha, we know you're a senior, so like what has been canceled for your senior year, or it's like the downfalls? Like, what do you hate about this?
Wow, this is the part that really hits me. No, it's funny because I was just going through memories the other day on my phone, and we have this Facebook group for my senior class where everyone posts their little bio and reminisces on their high school career, and it's honestly so sad because like literally, and everyone says the last month of senior year is like the best month of your high school career because it's
Yeah.
a time that you really get to celebrate and enjoy the last few moments with your classmates and say thank you to all your teachers. And we always have like a bunch of events. We're supposed to have our like a senior all night party that I literally paid like, how much did I pay for that? I paid a lot of money. It was like $80, I think, $70 or $80. I hope I get my refund, but and then we have the graduation ceremony, which is the biggest thing for me. Like I was so looking forward to walk across the stage and shake hands with all the staff members and give my graduation speech, inshallah. Like I was really looking forward to do all of that, but unfortunately we're going to have our virtual graduation. We're still going to have like a short virtual speech, but it's so not the same. So
Yeah.
it's sad because I never even got to say goodbye. I think I was thinking back the other day trying to figure out when was the last day of school, because before spring break we didn't know that we weren't going to come back. We were just kind of going along with our normal days, normal routines. But yeah, it's just sad that like if I knew that I was the last, I would have went around and thanked my teachers, and I would have like give my friends a hug, and we would have enjoyed the last day instead of doing whatever we were doing. We were probably like stressing about AP classes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, I don't know.
I remember being like so happy, like school got canceled, like we have to do school, but like I'm kind of regretting that because it's a lot harder just like staying at home and doing work, and like I'd rather be in school than like being at home because I was really stressed out at first. Like I was like, thank God I don't have to do school, go to school, because they were like you can't do school for like the first to the 30th, March 30th. I was like really happy I don't have to go to school, do school. But now it's like it's a whole different situation because first of all, I'm getting sick of like staying at home all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
and for the months
same
that
over.
and having like online school, I've noticed that like I would appreciate it if we were in school because I would be able to ask questions, like
Right.
give assignments, like hand in assignments instead of procrastinating it for so long, because it's harder to be in online school than to be in traditional school. So
Yeah.
I feel like I took I took it for granted.
That's crazy. 'Cause I really remember like people in my school talk about some take one for the team, catch Corona, so we don't
I
have
know, right?
and now everybody wants to go back. It's just sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing to keep yourself busy at this time?
Ooh, so my days kind of fluctuate. I mean, I feel like some days I'll like have a whole schedule planned out for myself and I'll keep myself busy, and then other days I'm literally just sleeping and doing absolutely nothing. I mean, it's Ramadan, so that's another thing to keep in mind that I mean, you can't I don't know. I feel like since the beginning of this quarantine period, there's been this whole push to be productive every day, and everyone's like, oh, you have to make a routine, you have to make a schedule to yourself for yourself and things like that. And yes, that's important, but I think it's also important that to realize that you don't have to be on top of everything all the time. Like you don't have
Right.
to be working or studying or things like it's really important to take breaks and to be able to take a day to literally do nothing and sleep. But I mean, for me, I've been um, exercising, like Miriam said.
Yeah.
I really enjoy like getting up early in the morning and going for a run. I've done that several days. Um, I try to do that like at least 3 days a week. And another thing I like doing is I like reading. I have a list of books um, that I've compiled that I want to read during quarantine and things like that, and during the summer. And then schoolwork, of course. And then I just kind of try to think of anything like creative that I've always wanted to do. Like I always wanted to learn how to paint, so I like bought some paints and some canvases. But um, basically, just doing things that like I genuinely enjoy doing that like kind of bring me peace. And then since we're in the month of Ramadan too, I've been trying to read the Quran more often, trying to pray some of the like voluntary prayers. Um,
Mhm.
and then also I got this dua journal that like helps you reflect on like your goals, and like how you want to improve yourself in terms of deen and like things like that. So yeah.
Backing up on like we're all Muslim here and it is Ramadan. So like how is this Ramadan and like eating stuff different from the past Ramadans in your lifetime?
I'm just so sad that we won't be able to go to the mosque. I really looked forward to going to
Oh,
the
like the Sunday
Like
stuff.
lots of Fajr, Sunday prayers,
I
Eid.
mean, not Saturday.
Eid. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, especially during the night prayers, it's just not. I mean, I really feel like it's just not the same.
Yeah,
To
it's
like
not.
praying tahajjud or praying tarawih at home. Well, even though it does give you an opportunity to spend more time with your family, I still really feel like it just doesn't feel the same. You don't get the same effect of
It's not.
praying
It's not gonna
tahajjud
feel
in the masjid. Yeah, exactly. So that's not the same, but I mean, and I also like missed having like I think the biggest thing that's missing now with the coronavirus during Ramadan is the sense of community. It's really easy to feel alone and to not really feel as motivated to, to like push yourself in terms of like, be getting closer to Allah, because you feel like you're doing it all on your own versus like when there's like normally during Ramadan it was like really empowering and felt nice to be able to, see your other brothers and sisters in Islam also striving toward the path of Allah, and also, reading Quran and doing all these things. So, I mean, one thing that I've done to kind of like mitigate that is, so there are there's actually a lot of opportunities on social media to
Mhm.
connect with other people. And even though like social media generally isn't, it's not good if you spend too much time on it, but I think if you're using it the right way, it can be really beneficial.
Yeah.
And there's this account on Instagram that they go on Instagram live every night. I think it's like 9:30 p.m. I had a friend
Yeah.
that introduced me to it, and basically what they do is they invite, so they hold a Instagram live every night, and then people can comment and join the live, like recite Quran. So like each night they'll have a specific chapter that's like the topic of the night, and like different people go on and they recite Quran for like 15 seconds, 30 seconds, I don't know, 1 minute, depends on the person how long they want to go. And the people I've been like attending a few of those, and people who go on there have such beautiful like tajweed and such beautiful voices, mashallah. So I think
Mashallah.
that's really encouraging to like to see other people, striving to, get closer to Allah and do like good deeds and things like that. And then also like a lot of people have, if you follow the right accounts, then
Yeah.
Yeah.
you should be able to open your Instagram or your Facebook and see a lot of, Islamic reminders and things like that. So like things like that is helpful for building a sense of community, and then also like reminding you to hold on to like the path of Allah and things like that.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
good. It's good to
Wait, can we time out real quick? At 7:30, we're gonna like do 5 questions out of the 10 for the trivia.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I had a question. We also know that you were like planning to have like a graduation party. Are you still gonna have that, or like you're not, or are you gonna like push it back or something like that?
Or is it just canceled?
Yeah, just cancel.
Is this like a talk show question, or is this like a Miriam wants to eat good jollof question? Right?
Also part of that, but you know, that's not the main point.
I don't know. Honestly, there's so much uncertainty in the future. It's really hard to like say what we're gonna do in a month or 2 months from now, because
Yeah.
as many of you have probably seen on the news, they're talking about how there's a possibility that there's going to be a second wave of the virus, which we pray that doesn't happen, but it's still a strong possibility. But I mean, as of right now, all like the parks are closed for the summer, and my plan was like
I heard that like Texas is reopening like today.
Yeah, some states are reopening, but Minnesota is not reopening. And
honestly, I don't think it's the best idea to reopen.
I know. I don't get why Texas, like, that's the biggest state.
Yeah, and
That's
that could
that's like one of the biggest states.
Yeah.
I feel like everything has to like be completely shut down. Like everything has to be completely like gone before we could like reopen again, not just like 1%. Like everything has to be completely gone before, because that 1% like re-spread again. Like we're not taking our chances again. Like,
but that never happened. Yeah. Everything can't shut down. That's the problem. So like there is gonna be more cases.
Yeah, you can't really shut down everything, because like grocery stores, you still have to go get your groceries. And you never know, someone could be, you know, coughing on the food. So
right, we never know.
You never know.
Well, like, you know,
I was gonna say, I mean, not to get political or anything, but I mean, the senators, bleh, I can't speak. The Texan government representatives, a lot of them are Republicans, so that
of course.
Yeah,
that's none of my business. I don't want to get political on here. People have their own opinions, but yeah, I honestly agree. I think it's too early to be opening up. But back to the question, I don't know if I'll be having a graduation party anytime soon. I hope that things will get better, you know, once we get into the summertime and parks will reopen, and we'll still be able to celebrate, because that's been such a huge and important thing for me, to be able to celebrate all my accomplishments with my friends and family. So we'll see, inshallah.
Yeah, and I saw on your Instagram page that you decided to go to WashU.
TU.
Yeah, period. How do you feel about that? Because I watched a YouTube video. I saw you got accepted to like 5 colleges, and you decided to go to WashU.
No biggie.
Right?
I had to correct her. Sorry, but no. Finish your question.
Okay, so like, how many colleges did you get accepted to? Like, just say everything.
How many colleges you got accepted to? Why you chose this one?
Yeah.
And how will Corona like affect your first year of college?
Okay. All right. Here's the tea. So, addressing the third question, actually, well, WashU has already announced that they're planning to for sure hold classes in the fall. So that kind of eliminated that uncertainty of possibly attending Zoom University from the first semester of college. But I mean, even if classes weren't going to be held in person for the fall of 2020, I'm planning on taking a gap year. So either way, I wouldn't really be affected by any of those issues with the coronavirus for the fall. So I'll be starting with the fall of 2021. So that's just that third question. But in terms of the colleges I applied to 12 schools. 5 of them were in state, and then the rest of them were out of state. And the reason was because I wanted to kind of expand my horizons and have lots of options for college. Naturally, with like my career goals and things I want to do in this life, inshallah, if Allah makes it possible for me, I wanted to aim for top schools because I knew that they would be able to open doors and open opportunities for me in terms of my career goals. And I wanted to be surrounded by other students who are passionate and who are, accomplished and motivating and inspiring to see and things like that. And I wanted to be taught by the best faculty and have the best opportunities available. So I tried to apply to as many as possible because many of the schools are competitive and boast like 10%, 15% acceptance rates. So that's why I applied to so many. And alhamdulillah, I got into one of them. two of them, I should clarify. But and the reason why I chose WashU is because I actually got the chance, alhamdulillah, to spend a week at Washington University in St. Louis last summer for a Women in Business program. And I fell in love with the school, and I really felt like it would be a place where I'd thrive and really fit in. The campus is absolutely beautiful. If you have the chance, please search it up and look at pictures online. I think it's rated like number 2 in the country for best campus. And the food is really good. So, I love food. So I was like, yeah, this is for me. Like, but in terms of like the more like concrete reasons, I guess, was aside from feeling like it would be a place where I'd fit in and really be happy. It just had many opportunities for my major. So I'm going to be majoring in global health anthropology and healthcare administration. So the healthcare administration major is through the business school, and then global health anthropology is through the arts and sciences. And WashU's anthropology department is like one of the best in the country. It was also very well known. And I'm also going to be pre-med because I hope to be a doctor one day, inshallah. WashU known to be one of the best schools for pre-med, and they have so many opportunities, so many internship opportunities. They have lots of support and very, very good pre-med advising, and a really good hospital on campus as well that does lots of research that I could get involved in and things like that. So that's kind of my reasons for choosing WashU.
That's amazing.
I
Yeah.
see.
So you have any?
The trivia right now?
Yeah.
Those are all the questions we have for you.
Okay, so we're gonna ask 5 questions right now.
Okay.
So this is how the trivia is gonna work. So you're gonna call the number 763-843-0033. I repeat, 763-843-0033. So we're gonna ask some questions, and if you want to answer the question, you're gonna call the number and tell us the answer. And if you get it right,
We will mark you down as somebody who got it right, and we'll see who gets the most questions right.
and there's gonna be a prize at the end.
Is there any way you guys can post the number, because I literally already forgot it and you said it twice?
Okay, say it again, Miriam.
The number is 763-843-0033.
Wait.
763-843.
763.
843
Mm-hmm.
0033.
Okay, it's on the screen for the people on the live, so they could see. Okay, so the first question is pretty simple. Who created you and all of the things in the world? Call in and answer the question.
Wait, you called the number?
Yeah, you call the number, say your name, and answer the question.
For this week, the questions are pretty easy, but it'll get harder as we go
As
on.
the week goes
For
on.
like next Friday will be harder. The Friday after that it will be harder. You know, and so on.
Is somebody calling?
Yeah, we have a caller. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, do you have the answers to the first question? What's your name and tell us the answer?
My name is Rodia Dataton.
And the answer to the question is?
And the answer is Allah subhanahu.
So her name is Rodia Duton, and the answer she gave was, say it again?
Allah.
Allah.
Her answer is correct.
Your answer is correct.
Oh, thank you.
That was just the first question.
Yeah.
For the next question, it is who created Allah? Y'all need to call. Like, there's 15 people watching. Y'all need to call.
Repeat the question. Repeat the question.
The question is who created Allah? Yo, if y'all don't call, that's sad. Because like, the answer is
We have a caller.
Is this at the same number?
I don't know.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Rodia A.
It's Rodia again. Oh.
And the answer to the question is nobody created Allah. Allah is the creator of all creations. Nobody created him.
Okay, so Rodia said the answer is nobody created Allah. He created everybody and nobody created him, basically.
Her answer is correct.
We have 2 points for Rodia. I did it.
I'm flattered. I'm flattered.
She's flattered.
Okay. Aaliyah, you want to ask the next question?
We have another caller.
Sure.
But
Next question is where is Allah? Where does he stay?
hello?
Where's Allah's crib?
What's your
What's the
name?
name?
What's your name?
Lead a food beer.
Okay, we have Khalid Afia. Would you like to answer the third question?
Yes.
Okay, so Rodia said the answer is nobody created Allah. Okay, Halima, repeat the third question.
The third question is where does Allah stay at? Like where's his crib?
So the third question is where does Allah stay? Where is his crib?
Nowhere.
The answer is wrong.
I'm sorry, but the answer is wrong. Next caller.
Next caller. We need more callers.
Whoa, what just happened to the Zoom?
We need a caller for the third question.
Okay.
Somebody call and say the right
And the
answer.
third question is where does Allah stay? Like where does he, okay.
Like where is Allah? Where is he?
Can I call in? Am I allowed?
Can you call?
Okay, we have the
Yeah.
third caller. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah. To answer the third question, the question
Please
is where does Allah stay? Where is he? And would you like to tell us your name first?
Jamal.
What's your last name?
Ideality.
Okay. What's the answer to the question?
Heaven.
I'm sorry, but the answer is wrong.
The answer is wrong. We have
God does not reside in his own creation.
Hi, what's your name?
Right. And hello.
Hello. Tell us your name and the answer to the question.
Oh, it's Madali. Right now, the vibes.
Yeah, it's Madali. We have Madali here today. What's the answer to the question?
What's the question again?
Where does Allah
Where's
stay?
the law?
Does he say heaven?
Where does the last year?
You know, up above. Or
I'm sorry, the answer is wrong.
The answer is wrong.
right.
Okay, we have another caller.
Answer.
Hi, would you like to tell us your name?
Rodia.
Hi, Radia. What's the answer to the question?
Is it the highest level of heaven?
No, I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna say the answer is wrong.
Dang. How about in our souls? My fault.
No.
Bye.
Okay, would you like to tell us your name?
Allah is the creator, so no one created Allah.
Who is that?
Allah.
Would you like to tell us your name?
Okay. Right.
The heck? Okay. She hung up on me. Should we just tell him the answer?
Well, sorry, nobody got this answer right, but the right answer is above the seven heavens.
I said that. I said that. Run it back. Run it back. I said the highest level of heaven. I said the highest level. Oh my God. I like to file a complaint.
Okay, we have.
Okay, we have two more questions. Aaliyah, would you like to?
Sure. Okay. The fourth question is: does Allah know all of the actions you do on earth?
Please call.
Hi, we have a caller. Would you like to tell us your name, please?
Yeah, but you gonna have to run it back to the
Because I said the
I'm
highest.
sorry.
Tell
Would you
her
like to answer the
answer.
first question?
Okay, what's the fourth question?
Halima, would you like to repeat that?
The third
Does
question.
Allah know all of the actions you do on earth?
Wait, Halima, say it.
Aaliyah asked the question.
I did. Okay. Does Allah know all of the actions you do on earth?
Does Allah know the actions you do on earth?
Yes, he knows every single action. He knows every single 8 billion people action, word for word, day by day, second by second, over that.
Is that right, Halima? Okay, you got the answer right.
Not a surprise.
We have a fifth caller.
Miriam, don't answer.
Hello, it's Madali again. To get my point.
For the fifth question. What's the fifth
The fifth
question?
question is: how can you win the love of Allah?
How can you win the love of Allah?
So I think is, praying 5 times a day, reading the Quran, giving zakat, fasting, and what's that? Shoot. Yeah, but basically that.
Halima, is the answer right?
Give her the point. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you get the point.
Period.
Thank you, Madali.
You're welcome.
The answer we were looking for was the 5 pillars of Islam.
Yeah, I thought she was just, but she mentioned 4 of it, so I think she kind of gets
Yeah,
the
so
point.
it's
She basically listed it off.
Okay, so that was all for so far. We'll ask more questions after the conversation with Aisha is finished. So yeah.
Okay, so
Wait, I'm finished?
No.
no,
When
we have like a few more questions. Okay, so Aaliyah, would you like to ask any more questions?
I didn't know there was more questions.
Okay, so
So if you guys have any more questions in mind, you go again.
I said right now, okay, since there's 15 people watching, you guys can comment questions you have for Aisha or any of us.
comment questions you have, or you could call us and like tell us what you want to say. Just call the number
Tell us
again.
your experiences with Corona.
Yeah, I could accept 2 calls. Each could like last 5 minutes at the most. Yeah, just call me and tell me like your whole experience on like the effect of Corona. We have a caller.
Your Corona time story. So, or you can
Hi.
comment inside the live.
What's your name? Please do not hang up if you're gonna call me. Thank you. That's disrespectful. Sorry. Anyways, just comment any questions you have, and we're gonna read them out.
Call, and then we'll continue with the trivia. And also, if you would like to be a guest not next Friday. If you'd like to be a guest on here anytime, contact our Miriam.
Contact person.
Just text me or email me. My email is my first and last name, M-A. Okay, we have a caller. Hi, would you like to tell us your name, please? Huh?
My name is Sarah.
Oh, hi, Sarah. Would you like to tell us your how Corona has affected your life right now?
Oh, Corona's affected my life in a really bad way. But I actually had a question for Isaac.
Okay, what's your question?
I was wondering, so if Corona, like, you know how it's right now, just say it doesn't end till like October or something, how is that going to affect your first semester of college?
You said what? I didn't really hear her question very well.
Okay, let me repeat the question for you. Would you mind that? Okay, so basically what she said was, for example, if like Corona is still going on till like October, how is that gonna affect your first semester of college?
Oh, so like I said before, I'm taking a gap year, so I'm not gonna be starting school in the fall. This coming fall, I'm gonna be starting school fall of 2021. But if I was starting school this fall, and coronavirus, went into October, then it'd be likely that I would have my first semester virtually. However, many schools have been talking about like alternative ways to have students on campus, like for example, having maybe just first year students on campus, or having only undergraduate students and no grad school students, or having people go to eat at certain times, and just different types of protocols to make it possible for students to be on campus while also adhering to rules of social distancing. So if there were to be a second wave of the virus in the fall, many schools have already been talking about having students still come on campus in the fall, but just having different protocols and things like that.
Okay, so she answered your question. Thank you. So a question I have for you is that why are you taking a gap year, and like what are you gonna be doing? Okay, question I have for you is that why are you taking a gap year, and like what are you gonna be doing with that gap year? What is your goal for the gap year, during the gap year?
Well, I mean, that's kind of classified information for now, but let's just say that I would be, huh?
Is it high top information? Okay, gotcha.
I think I know.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's kind of classified information for now until I decide that I want to announce my plans. But for now, let's just say that I will be working, and I will be developing myself and things like that. So
I think I have an idea, but it's your secret, not mine.
Yeah, same. I see you, Aisha.
But mashallah, we're happy for you. We're glad you got accepted to like the school you really wanted to go. We're proud of you, mashallah. And inshallah, you're gonna like have a nice college year, have a nice experience, and like inshallah, nothing will ruin that.
thank you. I mean,
I have a question. If you didn't choose Wash U, what would be your second choice?
That's
ooh,
a good question.
and so I should just kind of list it out. So 1 second. My list. Sorry, guys. I want to list out all the schools I got accepted to, but I kind of suffer from short-term memory loss, and I cannot list them off the top of my head. So,
Read it.
I can't find it. No, attempt to list off the top of my head. But I got into Washington University in St. Louis, Georgetown University in DC, Pomona College in Claremont, California, Williams College in Williamstown, Massachusetts, Emory College in Atlanta, Georgia, um, University of Minnesota Twin Cities, all the U of M campuses, Emory University and St. Paul, Winona State, I'm missing something. Oh, University of Southern California. I think that's all. So if I didn't get into WashU, I would have chosen Georgetown or Pomona just because Pomona actually gave me a lot of money in scholarships, alhamdulillah. So that technically would have been my financial option. And then aside from that, Georgetown has the best global health program like in the country. And they have, I really love their global health program. I loved how they have professors, adjunct professors is what they call them, which are professors who work part-time, but they also have jobs. So like many of the adjunct professors are like CEOs and leaders of nonprofit organizations. They're congresswomen, congressmen, people in government, and things. All of these different things, different jobs, and then they work part time as a professor. So they're able to bring in all of that experience and teach students and provide students with hands-on experience and things like that. And DC also has lots of like internship opportunities for global health, and just DC in general is like a really fun and interesting city to explore. So I was excited about that when I first got into Georgetown. But ultimately, I chose WashU, of course, because I felt it was the best option out of all of my options.
Wait, I have a
Okay,
question.
we have a caller. Hold up.
We have like 5 more trivia questions.
Yeah, we
with
have
this
5 more
last
questions.
10 minutes.
Yeah, so after we're done with this caller, he called, so I didn't pick up because you were talking. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, can you tell us your name and your question?
Why you calling?
Whoa.
Check your text message.
Okay. So his question was, he was like, did you perform I don't know what it said. Basically that.
Is it Bosaman?
Yeah.
Oh, he said, did I perform it? Yes, I did. I don't know why I forgot to mention that. I did perform istikhara before I was, because at the time.
Tell the audience what istikhara is.
Oh, okay. So istikhara is a prayer that you make when you want to make a big decision. Of course, in Islam, we don't make decisions on our own, in terms of like we are encouraged to always address and ask Allah for anything that we want to do in our life, because Allah knows best and He knows what's best for you. And at the end of the day, you don't want to end up making a decision where you think is best, what you think you want to do, when Allah knows something that's better for you. So it's always good to consult Allah first before you make a decision, and before you consult humans, of course, as well. Before you ask family members and friends for advice, you want to ask Allah for advice first. So with istikhara, you pray 2 rakat. You can pray, you do it as a prayer, or you could just make dua. Especially for sisters, like if you're off salah, you can also just make dua. But how it works is you make 2 rakat, and then you make a dua. And just to summarize, basically the dua is just saying like, oh Allah, if so and so is, or this, if this person, or this thing, or if this school, or if this job, or whatever it is good for me, then make it possible for me, make it easy for me. If this job, school, thing, person, whatever is not good for me, then turn turn away from me, turn me away from it. And Do I have a booger hanging from my nose or something?
لا يزال الخير حيا لا يزال إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال.
Is a basic is generally the dua. So yes, of course I made sure to make istikhara because at the time I was torn between Georgetown and WashU, because WashU of course has been like the school wanted to go to for a long time, but Georgetown also was a very good school and presented lots of opportunities for me. So I did make istikhara, and then I kind of did more research into both schools. I made I don't have my notebook with me, but I kind of made a list of pros and cons and listed out everything that I liked about each school and things like that, and thought about things practically, because it can be really easy to just be swayed by a single factor, like, oh, the campus is beautiful, I want to go there. Or, oh, this school is ranked higher, I want to go there. But at the end of the day, you have to weigh all of your options, and you can't, be, let one single factor decide where you want to go to school. So I made sure to make istikhara and continue on with, with my plans, and, do my own research and things like that, because, you can't just ask for a lot for something and then just sit there and do nothing. You have to continue and, take further steps. And if Allah makes one of those things difficult and the other thing easier, then that's a sign that that thing that was easier is better for you.
We kind of have to speed it up because we have like 6 minutes, but we have a few
Okay,
more.
we're gonna answer the remaining.
Okay, so
Leo will ask them.
I'll ask the last 4 questions.
Okay.
All right. Trivia question number 6. What kind of creatures are the angels of Allah?
Please call the number.
Call the number 763-843-0033.
And if you already called, please give other people a chance.
Yeah, because I can't answer other people's question unless you answer other people's call unless you get the question wrong.
Mm-hmm. So if you haven't called yet, call. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Call the phone. To repeat the question, it was, what kind of creatures are the angels of Allah?
By the way, right now, Rodia Adedatan is in the lead for answering 3 questions right, and then runner-up is Madali Kamara.
Yeah.
So to beat them, you still got 5 questions left.
The number is 763-843-0033.
Aaliyah, ask the question again.
The question was, what kind of creatures are the angels of Allah?
What if like this is a trick question?
Not really.
Can somebody call?
Search it up if you have to. Like, just be the
You
first.
don't have to, but just, you could win a prize. You still have a chance to. And we end in 3 minutes.
We end in 3 minutes.
Okay, we're gonna do the next question since nobody's calling for this one.
Okay.
Wait, the answer for that question was, angels are beings with wings created from light. You didn't know.
Okay, so the 7th question is, do angels eat and drink like humans?
This question is easy, so please call.
And this is our last question.
Yeah, this will be our last question, I guess.
We have a caller.
Runner-up is Madali Kamara.
Would you like to tell us your name, please, and the answer to the question, the 7th and last question?
The number is. Oh wait, is this the angel one?
Yeah, this is the second angel question.
Do angels eat and drink like humans?
Okay, should we just answer the question? It's super easy. Okay, that's it. We'd like to close up that's it for the questions because everybody's acting up.
One more. One more.
You want to do one more?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll do one more. I'll do the multiple choice one, so it's easier. Okay, so this is the last question. Which book of God does the Muslim use? A, the Holy Quran. B, the Hadith. C. Okay, we have a caller. Hi.
It's Rhodia.
Okay, would you like to
Hang
answer
up.
the last question?
Hang up. Hang up.
Hey, the
Not
Holy
fair.
Quran.
Okay. Thank you.
Lord.
Yeah, it's just collecting all the points.
Right.
She's the only one she can hear that question. Okay. That's it for the live today. Thank you to everyone who joined. We really appreciate you spending your time on here today with us. We'll be doing this exact same time next week. Same. We're gonna have a different guest speaker.
Our
Hopefully
guest
the same
speaker next week will
host.
probably. Our guest speaker next week will probably be. What?
It's
Let's just
undetermined.
save the information for future.
Okay, well, yeah, it'll be a surprise.
Yeah, it'll be a surprise. We'll have the same thing, but next time we'll be able to like call, let people call the number so they could like give their opinions and stuff, and you know,
different
also
topic for next.
Yeah,
Different questions.
just some questions,
Different
a whole
trivia
different
questions.
vibe.
If you ever want to be a speaker, contact Miriam.
Yeah, call the number that I said like 20 times. I'll repeat one more time: 763-843-0033. And if you want to take a screenshot right now, let me put up this right here. Right here. Okay, take a screenshot. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So yeah. So that's it for today. It's 8 o'clock. If you're still fasting, inshallah you have a
Good job for fasting. If you broke your fast, alhamdulillah.
لا يزال الخير حيا لا يزال إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال أخبر الأيام أنها في وصال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال كن كما غيث على الأفياء ماطر صوته يروي قلوبا وخواطر نفعه عم البوادي والحواضر قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال لا يزال الخير حيا لا يزال إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال أخبر الأيام أن